Hello there, and welcome to episode 3 of my gameplay series for Kingdoms Reborn, featuring the Japanese culture, which is the newest addition to the early access of the game. So, the basic idea of the series is very simple. I want to get as deep as possible into this expansion or this early access version to see how far this game has come over the course of the time, and so far this series has been a blast. So before we get started into expanding into today's business, which will be clay pit, pottery, and other fine things, let's have a look at this majestic boar strutting through the town. Well, no, please check out the comment section and click on that link, because that's my other Let's Play channel where I need a few more subscribers. Once it hits 1,000, I'll be publishing fresh daily new content over there. Can't wait to see that happen. So, last time, well, we made ourselves a pretty good piece of progress. We have now a big part of that land conquered. It's pretty hard to discern the borders because of the winteriness. And we have 50 people in our city. So, well, I'm going to take that frugality book this time. Or wait a sec, no, upkeep is not interesting. No, this one, sustainability, less input consumption. This is really interesting for all those industries like stone tools, and you can't put that in twice. So we get those now basically for free, which is pretty good because you never want your city to run out of tools. So to get that whole clay business running, we will need a clay pit. Last time we already expanded our territory accordingly, so that's going to be quite easy pickings. We also have already set up ourselves a coal mine here, so altogether we are really well set for that business. So here we go. And I'm going to attach the pottery right next to that. Probably back to back. Nah, won't work. So we're going to make it happen like here. I don't want to use the territory closer to the water here, because in the future we might need more than just one clay pit. Welcome to the Middle Age. So, we got that. So with that new era, or one we can choose a new bonus, I think I'll take the Geologist, because slower mine depletion is really cool. And we get a second one. Alcohol appreciation versus craftsmanship. So, well, we're gonna take craftsmanship because that fits pretty well to the things that we know about Japan. So, no laborer to gather and haul. This is bad news. Introduce an auto card removal. Building cards now auto remove from deck when you own 2+ of the same kind. What? I'm not quite understanding this yet, but we will. So. Alright, so seems like that issue here has resolved itself. Kind of. Alright. Yeah, you guys, you are exactly what I've been needing. Perfect. So let's pick up another sustainability book and enjoy that we just received exactly the workers we required. We will need way more workers still when the clay pit and everything will be up and running, so I'll be keeping a close eye on my food income here. We might be actually considering the sheep ranch now. But, well, one thing at a time. Let's wait until things are completed. We have now 6 people that are currently working there. And, well, we still got room for way more people to move on in here. So it's gonna be all just fine. Really love how these houses look. This game could use a little bit of more high-resolution textures. It's one thing I really gotta say. As much as I adore the realistic look and everything, I really hope that there can be something done in the far future. So far future, whatever. So we are going to gather pretty much everything on this side of the river, because I want to have free view, and the forester here will take care of the rest. Okay, now let's see how things play out. Oh, a trader is back for a trade. So I really focus in selling away whatever I can. And we need to tech out something. We are in the Middle Age after all. So here we can smelt iron ore into iron bars. Tempting, but not right now what I need. More technology for houses. Library would be pretty dope. But I think storage depot. Upgrade for delivery. Don't know if that's going to do what I want to have. Agricultural revolution. Granary. That's very, very important. Farms get efficiency for each nearby farm. So we're going to tech out the mushroom walk sterilization because I want to have these things. All right. We're taking it slow now. I don't want to grow too fast. Potter and the clay pit have to be finished first. We have a coal mine up and running. We have a quarry up and running. Things are looking pretty cool so far. I'd love to have that sheep ranch too, though. It's the only thing that's bothering me right now. And I really, really want that sheep ranch. So let's see, Control F for fertility. So let's see, there's a patch of bad fertility here. So, well, too bad that I'm expanding my city towards there. Well, I'm just looking for a good spot for my sheep to live at, you know? That's all. Probably we should expand towards that tile. I would have the money. But it's also quite a lot of disease frequency there. It's not that easy, it's not that easy. So I don't want to exploit this area too much, because this is after all going to be, or well, let's call it Arboretum, where we will plant out our trees and everything. So I could hold some animals here in between. So my herb count is low. There's hopefully some herb being harvested soon. Good. We have that stuff. So what do we have here? A plum breeder. That's something we have unique for our culture. But let's see what we can do here. So cabbage seeds, charcoal burner improvement. Not that important for me currently. Currently I want the farming technologies. So let's see. They should be harvesting soon. Problem with this game is as soon as no medicine is available anymore, people are starting to die like flies. It's pretty annoying, but it is as it is. So that does show me only one thing. We totally should get our medicinal herb production up a little bit. Again, after that, another time. Because it's obvious that we're not getting enough of that stuff in. So let's see. We totally need that province here. So we're going to claim that. And now we're empty. I don't like that. So what I'm going to do because of that is quite simple. I'm going to trade some... alright, never mind. There's the medicine. Right on time. But I feel really, really bad about that. We need to get more of that stuff going here. So we're going to set up another big medicine farm over here. Houses are too far. Well, can't change that. We will change that. Now, please take the roads up here. And, well, sadly don't have the money yet. So, well, we're gonna put up one house up here so the farmers can live up there. And we have our first level 4 house. Check that out. Nice. These are starting to look really, really nice. So I have really no clue how many levels of housing upgrades this game knows. I really certainly don't have a clue. But I do want to be sure now that our production is matching our ex- uh, or or consumption, and that's just not coming together. I hope that the farming technologies that we're researching now will help us. I mean, that's 5% farm productivity per level, so we could and should crank that up a little bit. But I feel a little bit nervous about that, in all honesty. But I think I don't need to be. So, the whole time I want to introduce to you what we can do now. We can now upgrade our houses a little bit more, well, a little bit more, because it's the Middle Ages now. New upgrades have been unlocked, and, well, it's pretty cool. Let's see how the industry down here is coming together. I assumed as much. So, for example, here, upgrade this building to Middle Age level requires bricks. We need to research those bricks. But I feel like building up a solid foundation first. So here we will need iron tools for the upgrades there. Well, it's not going to that's not going to happen anytime too soon. So the most of these buildings to get into the Middle Age, they require brick. So we totally should research the brickworks rather sooner than later. But first, I want to make sure that we at least have a fair chance of producing enough herbs. So storages are full. That's a typical thing. Ugh. I still feel as if the storages fill up in this game too fast, and I'd be really happy if there'd be a smoother early game solution. That's one thing that I've been criticizing ever since I've playing this game. It feels so weird to plaster this place with storage yards over and over, but there's also not too many other options you've got. The best options that you can tech out, well, that's the storage depot, but that's also only storing one thing at a time, so you can basically you get compressed space there, but well, whatever. Let's see how that'll play out. I don't want to moan around here too early, for I have uh, dug deeper. So we have now expanded ourselves around that corner. It's all nice and dandy, but I really want that province up ahead here. It's a costly one, but it'll also bring us a lot of extra room. So we're going to stick with the farming technology upgrades for a moment longer. I think this will really get us somewhere, because we do rely a lot on farming right now, and I think it'll help us a lot to get the most out of these. Because my personal verdict is always there's nothing wrong in overproducing food. I'd rather be spamming more and more storage room because I have too much meat on the side, rather than having people starving. Makes expansion a lot easier when you overproduce food and all. It comes with the downside though that it's easy to not notice the need of upscaling because you are too convinced that your food production is gonna be fine because you have that much. Anywho, let's plant down a sheep ranch, because that's a pretty good moment now. It'll yield also food, but also wool that we can use for other projects. So we're getting more and more tier 4 houses. I think it will be just a question of time until we cannot sustain the needs of all the houses with just one industry per category alone. But we can actually get a lot of upgrades going so we don't have to expand too hard too quickly. But the just to give you some idea here, so upgrade to Potter Town. So productivity upgrades for 2, 4, and 8 Potters. So this game's already expecting us to scale wild and something, so that's what we're gonna do. But most importantly, we have now a lot of room where we can expand the city into. I think I'm going to stop researching farming technologies after the next breakpoint, and I just hope that it'll be good then. So we're going to focus that farm. It's one of the most important things that we need to get set up. And here we have the classic issue that no laborers are automatically defined. I don't know why the AI still is not able to maintain a certain threshold of laborers so the builders can work, because it's quite tragic. The builders can't work when the laborers are not supplying any materials, so the standard configuration is so that your builders will be twiddling thumbs because they don't get any resource. It's weird, but well, whatever. That's why we can handle these things manually. Anyways, time for trade. And here we are totally out of medicine, and well, we need to upscale here, but for starters, we're going to buy ourselves some medicine there from the trading post. So it's gonna be a pretty costly thing, but you know, it is just that important. Companies Act, -2 trade fees for each trading company. Neat. So yes, I'll take more people. Gladly. And technology. So we're going to pick up the Brickworks next. Now let's see. Companies Act. I can't put that in here. Brilliant. So it'll take a moment until the medicine is arriving, but well, we got to get this done. This is one of the most common ways of driving my early cities against the wall, to have not enough medicine production scaling up with the growth of my city. That's a pretty typical thing that's happening here to me. So we're going to pick up yet another trading company. We do get bonuses now for those, so I'm totally down. And I really hope that this farm is getting done fast. Okay, so our food production is for the first time net negative. It's also a little bit concerning, but we have other sources of food already up and running, so I'm not that desperately concerned. That medicine situation, though, is really concerning me most right now. Especially since that farm up here is just not getting done. I think I should have focused it a lot earlier, but whatever. Mistakes have been made. And it seems to take forever until this delivery finally arrives. But I bought the good stuff. Medicine is a lot more potent than medical herbs. So probably we can get ourselves through this transition phase by occasionally importing some medicine. At least I hope that might be the thing, that it could work. So far, nobody died. Let's hope it stays like that. Alright. We got the meds in town, so let's see. And we're converting cards again. So productivity plus. I think this is perfect on the clay pit. There we go. This way we will use a bit of the leftover clay for something else. Alright, got a lot of people left there for our worker pool. That's good. But it's clear that the hunters cannot sustain the city anymore. So we should consider the granary as the next thing to research, because we can amp up the productivity of our buildings around there quite massively. And I am also considering another rice farm. You know, we're playing Japanese after all. So I don't know, can I only specify the area like that. Well, looks like that's the case. Okay, well, we're going to be expanding this a little bit more. And this farm will be then accompanied by a cabbage farm as soon as I have researched that. Let's do that real quick, because the cabbage seeds are a joke in terms of research effort. I don't know if food diversity counts anything in this game, but I'm gonna try if it does. So here, agricultural revolution. Because if I understand that correctly, I'll get a bonus even if I don't set up granary. So there we go. We're now going to set up another neat little cabbage farm here. There we go. Because I don't want any cases of starvation and the like. And the new medicinal herb farm needs to grow first. Okay, we're taking it slow, and I think that's actually quite a wise decision. So let's make sure the storage yards are blooming accordingly. So, okay. There we go. That should give us some more space. Okay, so I hope that the folks in my city are actually able to eat that rice as it is, but I suppose they do. They're Japanese people. I hope they know how rice works. Okay. So let's buy that Brickworks that I couldn't afford a moment ago. There we go. So I'll put that down here because I figure that it's a very good place for that. And we're going to put some housing over there. Yeah, so we have a couple of houses here and there where the people that work for the remote areas can have their housing at, but this will be the city's core. The premium housing area, I should rather say. Good, let's gather that stone. And let's see how things go forward from here. I still feel as if I don't have enough things getting done fast enough. But I also feel as if this game's general speed is really low. This is one of the slower games. Border protection, prevent raid in nearby provinces. So I want that library because I figured that this would be a great thing. And the granary. So let's see. Well, lesson learned, we should have put up the farms earlier. Well, whatever. We would need a lot of granaries here to get the job done. Maybe we will do that one day. I want to check out if the granaries actually do need workers or anything like that, because I have no clue if they do. So, anyways, why is building just not getting done? We get so many people there. Well, whatever. Personal opinion from mine is that this game needs another speed level. I'm playing constantly on the highest speed level, and I feel just not. I just don't feel it is fast enough. It's constantly a drag. And if you're, I made it's my personal opinion that if I can stay on a game's maximum speed constantly, the the maximum speed is not high enough. Because games are not supposed to be played like that. At least that's my humble opinion. So we're going to buy ourselves some more medicine this time before we are in trouble. How about that? Revolutionary concept, I know. So how about that? Right now I don't need my gold that badly. We're earning a lot of it, and I want to get my city somewhat stable now. There's so many projects that don't see any finishing. I mean, we got a lot of builders, we got a lot of laborers, so basically, one day in the far-fetched future, all these projects that I've set up should actually be done, should actually get done. But when? That's the magical question. But I do see a house being built here, so things are happening. The brickworks seem to get done. Alright, I'm just an impatient little guy. Well, well. I really hope that we're producing enough food there next. I mean, we amped up cabbage, we amped up rice, and we amped up our medicinal herbs a little bit, although I got the feeling as if we could need even more of that. So it's about time that I take my tech tree and check out where I can tech out more medicinal herbs or something like that. Trading company, automatically trade resources with the world market. Now that sounds a lot less finicky, but first give me the trade depot, the storage depot. So library only costs me 200 gold. I'm down. So we're going to set up one library down here. It's an amazing spot for it, because it covers most of my buildings here. Let's see if and how many workers the library requires. I mean, the tavern doesn't require any people either, so... well, we'll see about that. But apart from my continuous lack of... what's it called? Medicine? Things are working out quite nicely here. So we are producing bricks now. So I totally want to have a production target of 300 for now. It's going to be more than enough. Let's see. We haven't produced a single brick yet, but I'm pretty sure that we're going to get there. Those bricks will get us somewhere. I cannot really tell. This thing can employ up to 7 people. Wow. So, more people? Yes, please. And... well, passion. Let's put some passion into our brickworks. How about that? People love working in the brickworks, or something like that. Okay, so... oh, now I get the issue. I have only 2 laborers the whole time. Oh, well, at least after 30 minutes I have understood why everything didn't work out as intended. You know, better late than never. Good, so we're reaching the end of today's episode. We are now producing materials of the later ages, and that's going to be very, very exciting. Well, alright, the Brickworks is currently not staffed, but we're gonna get there. So, my good friends, I hope you enjoyed the ride. Feel free to let me know what you're thinking in the comment section. I'd be down to hear from you, and of course... thumbs up and subscriptions help a lot, so feel free to do that. I also want to point towards Patreon, PayPal, and Buy Me a Coffee. These are my preferred ways and means to receive support for the channel, because that's where I get least money stolen by fees. So if you want to check them out, I'd be very, very delighted. And if not, take my thanks for hanging out here until the very end, watching even the entire ad roll. I appreciate that, and I hope you're having a great day. And hopefully next time, we're going to get a little bit deeper through the ages of this neat little game. See you there.